Hello, and again, this is Third Eye TV Africa. My name is Ben Shaman, very constant. As the Northern Star in the program, we are not changing. We are looking at democracy, the movement, the march to democracy in Nigeria. We told that democracy makes it all, provided it is good, provided the players are also playing the game very well, provided too the umpire, like the Independent Electoral Commission, is also doing the job they ought to do statutorily. And today we want to look at some geographical location in Nigeria, the Middle Belt. Does it exist? Some people say, no, it doesn't exist. It's a mere geographical expression. Some people say, oh, once upon a time there was, because Joseph Tucker and many others actually dominated the Middle Belt. So, how is the politics like today when it comes to Nigeria? Presidency goes to the north, it goes to the south. It comes to the north, it goes to the south. So, what happens at the center? Is it table tennis service? Is it lawn tennis where you keep on serving? Maybe one day when there's a faulty service and it falls at the center, then the center, the Middle Belt, central Nigeria can probably produce the president. Is that the best for the minorities, for example? Like I said, this is Third Eye Africa TV, and we are handling that with our third eye. I have with me the convener of Northern Nigerian Minorities Group. He used to be chairman of Nigerian Union of Journalists. He used to be spokesman for the government of, or the governor rather, of Kogi State, Idris Wada. I want to welcome Eddie Jacob.
Thank you, Ben, for having me.
Well, thank you for honoring our invitation.
It's my pleasure.
What a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So what have you been doing? Still looking young.
With all the gray hairs.
Well, covered by the cap.
I've been trying to do our best to, by the grace of God at this point in time, contribute all the experiences we have garnered to better the society, to improve the lot of the society. So that is what I've been doing. I've been involved in community service. By the grace of God, it will be 1 year in a few days that I was crowned the Kakaki Basange by my now late traditional ruler, General Abu Ali, may so rest in peace. And in that position, I become the traditional spokesperson of the Basange Kingdom. So I combine that too with my political activities. I'm currently a member of the APC.
I've been casting my searchlight here and there, my crystal ball. Where is your boss, Idris Wada, former governor? He appears to be hiding somewhere, hibernating. What's happening?
No. Hibernation is not the word.
So what is it?
As I speak with you today, Captain Wada has become a prized member of the APC. I use that word guidedly because if you look at the fanfare that attended his decampment to the APC, you will know that it wasn't just hibernating. He's been around. Having been a governor of a state, your activities should be measured. Your steps should be calculated, not the noisy type. He wasn't even noisy as a sitting governor. But he's a member of the APC right now, and he's contributing his quota also to the improvement of the society. So he's hale and hearty.
So as you said that the two of you, do I say potted or jackpot from PDP to APC?
Jackpot has become very popular now because a lot of our young people are jackpotting. I don't think we jackpot. People who jackpot do so out of frustration. They have to go to another climb to where they hope they will have a better life. In this case, it is not about that. It is politics. It is just that at the moment, APC is the ruling party, And APC has done so well. For some of us who left PDP to APC, we did that because we have realized that what APC has to offer is better than what we had. So we had the opportunity of seeing something else. The people who are who remain in APC, well, they may be said to be loyal to the party, but they don't have a comparative advantage which we have. I can tell you now what PDP was. I can now tell you that, because it was XYZ, I moved to a better place. So it's not jackpotting. The philosophy or the psychology is different from the jackpotting type. But I can accept the use of the word jackpotting since it is very popular now.
Okay, so you had reasons to leave PDP first, and he followed. So
I didn't get your question very well.
I mean, it's like you left the PDP first?
Yes, of course, I left the PDP.
And he followed too?
Well, I left before him. Follow will mean that he was following after me. But I just left before him.
Okay,
and
you went to prepare the ways for him.
At his level as a former governor, some of the liberties I can take, he cannot take. I mean, the stakes are higher at that level. But 1 year after, or 2 years after I left the PDP, I saw reasons why I should go to the APC. And I'm happy that he's in APC today with me.
Or is it the Oshimole syndrome expression? If you cross over to APC, your sins are forgiven?
No, I don't think so. Well, in my case, there's no sin that I'm being accused of. So the issue of sin forgiveness is not there. And then for Captain Wada, is the only former governor that I know who really didn't have crisis with EFCC. He was invited once, and then, of course, as a law-abiding citizen, he went. And the next day he was asked to go, that they will get back to him. I'm sure they have not had reason to get back to him till now. So it's not about he having one sin that was forgiven. No, it's not about that. It's about seeing things differently. And whether we like it or not, the politics in Nigeria dictates that the party in government have a lot of things going for them. So if you even want to participate and contribute to the development of your own community or your people or your followers, common sense dictates that you stay where you can get things for your people and not to, in any case, where is the opposition? PDP have been in crisis, intractable. They don't even know how to get out of the crisis.
But one would have also thought that maybe if you had remained there, those who left for APC, if they had remained, there would have been a solid opposition.
Well, that's presumptuous. At the end of the day, I didn't leave because A left. We all have different reasons why we left the PDP. But what is going on today in the PDP will tell you that even those who stayed back, they no longer see reasons why they should continue to stay.
Now, tell me this. Some people feel that, look, PDP has been a school, an institution. People will go and learn politics in PDP and now pull out. Count whoever is there outside Asuwaju who also had reasons to join from factions here and there, and they now have the APC. But others pulled out from PDP to join that. So, I mean, what was it that PDP was doing right at that time that is not doing now?
No, the question you will ask is, PDP existed before APC. So the question maybe should have been that, what did APC offer that made people to leave PDP and start going to
Now that is your question.
APC?
My question is, what is it that PDP had and now it doesn't have?
Well,
because you had to leave.
From my point of view, there's a cohesion that I think that a political party should have. And, when you are successful, sometimes there's arrogance of success. The person who is not as successful works so hard to get to your level and maybe understudies your pattern and now see that, okay, a particular step was taken wrongly or rightly. So you begin to correct the mistakes that you saw on ground. Perhaps that may be the story. I'm not one of the managers of APC. I was a member of APC. So maybe the managers of APC can sit here and tell you what they didn't do right. But from what is going on, I think that even the people who are supposed owners of PDP are tired. They want something new. The human nature is adventurous. They're tired. Even if you go to advanced democracies, go to US for instance, after first, second term of the Democratic Party, something just turns and then everybody want to go to the Republican Party. So it's a human nature that you do not remain in one place. You begin to advance the cause of humanity. And if we use your allusion of being a school, of course you don't remain in one school. Once you are done with primary school, you want to go to secondary school. Once you are done, you want to go to the university. Even after a first degree, you want to do a master's, you want to do a PhD. So I think that we are advancing.
Okay.
We are advancing.
Now, talking of advancing, let's put political party politics aside. Now, let's come to some regions. When we're talking about North, South, and of course, when you talk North-South, of course, there has to be a line somewhere, probably the middle belt. Now, you are the convener of Northern Nigerian Minorities Group. So let's define this group.
Okay. Let me put it this way. I'm sure you are not new to cliches such as the big three: Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo. So somebody who comes into Nigeria will feel that there are just only these three ethnic groups in Nigeria. And if you look at the politics of Nigeria, rightly or wrongly, it's been woven around the big three, as if to suggest that other people don't exist, as if to suggest that there are no ethnic groups like Basange, like Bachama, like Chamba, like Idoma, like Etulu, like Dakarkari, and all of them in Nigeria. So what we are talking about in Northern Nigerian Minorities Group is that the Nigerian state, the political system, should recognize the existence of other groups who are actually the majority, if you ask me. What is the total population of Northern Nigeria, the 19 northern states? Slightly above 100 million or so. Out of this, more than half are made up of these same minority groups they are talking about. So if we are able to aggregate our interests and come together, we are the group to beat. And like you said in your introduction, the President Tinubu is from the south, southwest, right? When he's done with his second term, and by the grace of God, I can assure you that the president will win a very authoritative second term. Power will come to the north. It may be an unwritten rule, but this is how the Nigerian system has been. So when that power comes to the north, what we are saying now is that that north should be Kwara, Kogi, Nasarawa, Niger, Benue, or Plateau. Except all this while, when they say, oh, it is one north, there was one other hidden north that we didn't know. Otherwise, the people up north should support somebody from these minorities. And some of these minorities are in Borno, they are in Taraba, they are in Maiduguri, they are in Adamawa, they are in all the 19 northerns. In fact, there are over 200 of these ethnic groups. So let the big north, let's even say they are our big brothers, because we are peaceful, we are peaceful at heart. Let them support that the next president should come from one of these minorities. After all, if you check some of the appointments that President Tinubu has made, quite a lot of credible people from these same minority tribes are in his government. And they are not there because they are minorities, first of all. They are there because they have value, they are performing, they have credibility. This is what we are talking about. So this is the entire idea of the Northern Nigeria minorities group.
At a point, you find out that when some appointments are made, whether by Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, or Jonathan, Buhari, and all that, at the point is, some people in some key ministries are really not key northern people or core north. So in the north, there is north.
So that's the point we are making. For instance, in just the recent past, in this current regime or administration, when the INEC chairman was appointed, I read some reports that, it's not a northerner. It's not a northerner. And I wonder if there's any definition from now, because the INEC chairman is from Kogi State. Is Kogi not one of the 19 northern states? When the governors of 19 northern states are meeting, the governor of Kogi is proudly a member. Without him, it will become 18 northern states. Why should the appointment of somebody from Kogi now become an issue? It means all along, the people, these northern minorities, have been deceived to think that we are one with this group of people who now think that to appoint someone from Kogi or Benue or Nasarawa or Plateau is less north. This is what it will be. And this is not new. Under Obasanjo, President Olusegun Obasanjo, I remember when I think 2 service chiefs or so were from one state, and then the agitation started again that, they are not northerners. And I wonder.
Yes, there was Ibrahim Alpha,
yes,
of Chief of AR staff.
Yes.
Ibrahim Ogoyi.
Exactly.
Isaac Alpha. Then Ibrahim Ogoyi from Kogi, all of them Kogi,
exactly.
Igala.
So
then you also had General Agoyi.
Good.
Kaduna, then Luka Yusuf.
Kaduna. I even ask now, why Kogi? In the military, for instance, succession is almost what you know if you look at the corps or when they left the military school or NDA. You know who will be what, because they have different classes, class of 86 and all of that. So if these 2 distinguished Kogi people fall within the next line of people to take the hierarchy, why should somebody accuse the president or the government at the time of subverting the structure?
So you think politics is going into it, or you think some regionalization, or even religion is creeping into it?
It's not creeping, it has always been there. It's not like it is. These things are not new, but maybe they are getting louder because everybody is becoming more conscious than before. Some weeks ago, somebody was telling me that the Hausas no longer want to be lumped with the Fulanis as one ethnic group, because the Fulanis are distinct ethnic group. The Hausas are also a distinct ethnic group. But all along, in fact, growing up, I thought that Hausa Fulani is like one ethnic group. But they are not anymore. So as societies grow, as humans advance, the base of engagement, involvement, and self-rediscovery happens. And once this begins to happen, the best thing to do is to study the pattern and attend to it. Not to want to force anybody to belong to where he knows, he has come to realize that he does not belong.
Now, we've had reasons to interview people here in this studio. Some of them sat on this your very seat, like MC Tagwai Obinna, who is trying to be chairman of AMAC here in Abuja. We also had Naja'atu Mohammed, who also came in here. Then issue of Middle Belt came in. They all said there's nothing like Middle Belt. There's just Central Nigeria. Is it a matter of terminology or there are hidden agenda?
No. You see, people attend to the Middle Belt question as may be convenient for them. The 2 personalities you have mentioned, I'm sure the Tagwai should be from Southeast, Najaki should be from maybe northeast or so. I, Jacob Edi, I am from Kogi and I live in Abuja. So I connect to the reality of Middle Belt or Central Nigeria more than what they are talking about. Whoever comes to sit down and tell you Central Nigeria is trying to create an accommodation for him or her to be involved in the structure of Abuja, for instance, which makes it a federal capital. But whether you like it or not, yes, it's federal capital administratively, but there are people who are the original people here. And you cannot discountenance them. You cannot go to other regions and begin to claim certain rights. Can somebody from Kanebagi man, for instance, go to Anambra and want to be chairman of Okija local government? Or can a Gbagi man live here and want to go to Kanu or Sokoto or Borno to be chairman of the municipal local government? You are going to be met with stiff resistance. There's nothing anybody can do about it. But you say Abuja, yes, is a federal capital, so it should accommodate everybody. But I think that those who are coming should be less violent with their demand, with their desire about taking control of what goes on here. Just like the FCT minister, at some point, it looked like to be minister of FCT is a right of some ethnic group from some part of Nigeria. Until President Tinubu came now and has done something different. We are all seeing the result. We are seeing the result on the streets of Abuja. We are seeing the results around the hinterland. We are seeing the result with roads that are being constructed everywhere. We are seeing an activity around the FCT. But even at that, I heard that people were not comfortable with it. You see also, not for him, this is central Nigeria. So it accommodates him. But for me, this is Middle Belt is Middle Belt, Arewa Consultative Forum, Indigbo, and all of it. These are all expressions of agitation. They may not be constitutional, but they are all expressions of agitation. What is politics? To get what is available, struggle to get what is available to better the lot of your own people. Whether you like it or not, the politics we play in Nigeria to a very, very large extent. Ethnicity, regionalism, as you may call it, or religion, is part of our kind of politics. You can't take it away. It's part of it. So we must wake up to it. You can't be preaching liberalization when it's convenient and then go and preach conservatism when it is convenient. What the people of northern Nigeria minorities are saying is that we are a strong bloc in the Nigerian equation.
So you have read in between the lines of North and South politics?
Well, definitely. In fact, in the South, in 1999, President Obasanjo became president. It was product of the same kind of regional agitation. So they say, okay, let power go to the South. And the Southwest had a shot. After the late President Yaradua, may so rest in peace, there were people who also said, let power now go to another part of the South, which is South-South. Why? Those who thought of this at that time believed that the South-South is laying the golden egg. So let them have a shot at it. So why should people who are northern minorities, predominantly in what is today called Middle Belt, not take a shot at it? During the Civil War, the people of this same minority suffered of both sides. The rebel troop attacked. Do you know the number of people who were attacked by the rebel troop within the central Nigeria or not central? Their bombs didn't get to Sokoto. It didn't get to Katsina. It didn't get to Birnin Kebbi. But it got to Otukpo. It got to Kogi. It got to some parts of Plateau State, present-day Plateau State, even Kwara. So we have paid the supreme price for the unity of this country. And what we are saying now is that when President Tinubu is done with his 2 terms, let Nigerians support the emergence of somebody from around the minority tribes of the 19 northern states to take a shot at the presidency in a civilian administration.
So what will you, as the convener, therefore, of this Northern Nigeria minority group, you are the convener, what are you doing to ensure this dream, this expression is realized?
A lot of conscientization is going on. I can let you know that. Number 2, having studied the pattern of government and governance with particular reference with this present administration, we believe that we should support President Tinubu to have a second term. Because, for whatever it is worth, a lot of our people are holding command positions in his government. It means he believes in us. What President Tinubu has done, he has made northern minorities to feel being part of Nigeria again. Now we feel that, so the state can recognize our value and bring us into government and governance. And the names of our northern minority people in command, they are too numerous. They are too numerous for me to sit down here and mention. But wherever we find ourselves, we have less crisis. We have less controversy. I'll tell you about the newly appointed Minister of Defense. He's the first person that I know, I stand to be corrected, whose popularity increased even after he was removed as Chief of Defense Staff. Everywhere on social media, even in traditional media houses, the talk is about General Musa. He has done so well. He has done well with security. Under him, Nigerians are beginning to have a breath of fresh air. I am very sure that President Tinubu is a listening president. He probably must have seen that, what is it? This man was removed. You didn't have some military people coming through the back to accuse him of wanting any form of corruption or maladministration. And for God's sake, he delivered. He's a professional. So I'm sure he didn't take the president time to accept or to even nominate him to be defense minister. So we're having the right person on the right seat to now sit at a place where he designs and defines the security architecture of this country. And for God's sake, he's a successful general, 4-star general, war-tested general. So you can see that I feel very happy that somebody from northern minority has that value that can be given this sensitive. Minister of Defense is not normal. If there are classes of ministers, he will be on the A list of ministers. So I am happy. Politics is about identity.
No, okay. Thank you for those encomiums on the general. We'll still come to look at some elements of security still, trying to move Nigeria forward. But still talking as the convener, what are you doing, for example, to begin to, penetrate APC, even other political parties, so that it's really not only one party thing. Other political parties, the youths there are not. How are you galvanizing them?
Now, I told you that we are doing a lot of conscientization. We have just finished the appointment of coordinators in the 19 northern states. And this cut across gender and religion and even political party. Now, the next stage we will go to is to also appoint local government coordinators. It's like a cell. From up, we know where to pass we know our structures, and we talk to them. We're conscientizing them. We're letting them see the reason for what we are doing. What are we doing? We are trying to bring them together and make it a force to be reckoned with. So in any state, we have representatives. In any local government, we have representatives. And then at the top here, we have had a lot of consultative meeting with a lot of people. And the idea is very beautiful. We are getting a lot of support. Even from quarters, we didn't expect that we will get support. Because, there's something about truth. Truth is constant. Wherever you take it to. Even people who don't agree with your person, your personality, when you bear truth, they will definitely connect with you. And they have seen that, yes, these people in these minorities in the north, they are really, really the majority. It's just that maybe they have not risen to that level of political consciousness to understand and weaponize their own number and make it stick. And this is what we are doing. So the consultation is wide and the understanding is very favorable. People are connecting to this dream wherever we have gone to give them our message.
Some will say or express, some fears of now, instead of the minorities coming together to be the majority, at the point some people will now inject some seeds of discord, confusion, knock heads of minorities, one tribe against the other. In the end, This
is normal and it is anticipated. That is why I have told you that in all the 19 northern states where we have representatives, you can see in some states, Muslims are the coordinators. In some states, Christians are the coordinators. So that the easiest way to break our ranks will be religion. It's the easiest way. But because we are around Nigeria, we understand the sentiment of Nigeria, the dynamics of the politics of Nigeria. So we have attended to this even in the structure. Even in the structure of the group, we have attended to it. So if you are looking for, you can connect to a religious sentiment in Northern Nigeria minority group. You can connect to ethnic sentiment in Northern Nigeria minorities group. So there's no sentiment. These are the strongest sentiments in Nigeria. And we have already plugged areas where they could give us problems. But of course, there is no human organization that is error or trouble-free. But as we progress, we will continue to fine-tune our strategies like every other day. And that there is no day that I will not talk to at least 10 of these coordinators. What is going on in your area? What are the sentiments? What are the issues? Then with proper solution, we make contacts. By next year, we will go into rallies around these 19 northern states. But within the first quarter of 2026, by the grace of God, there will have a national talk shop, like a town hall meeting, to discuss on the place of minorities in the Nigerian structure and the value that minorities can bring in the development of Nigeria.
Well, I hope other minorities from KB, Sokoto, Katsina, you go to Calabar areas, River State, even there are minorities within Yoruba areas. So I hope they all come on board.
So you can see that once the consciousness grows, and then we have a collaboration between the northern and southern minorities, you will see that this movement will be strong. It will be heavy, and it will almost be impenetrable. It is just like now, if you have 10 children, and then, of course, normally what we do in Africa, most part of the world, is to empower the first child and give him or her all the powers. But if you decide to make any one of the kids, apart from to be conscious of his or her own importance in the structure, you are going to see that a lot of them will also now defer to him or her, because they will now know there is power here. Power attracts. So once we are able to drive this to the point where northern minorities and southern minorities are coming for collaboration, we'll be on autopilot to take over the system.
And that could be done if and only if there is security. We'll go on a short break, and when we do come back, we'll look at security in Nigeria as we move forward. My name once again is Ben Shaman, and you're on to Third Eye Africa TV. Our guest is the Kakaki Basange, former chairman of Nigerian Union of Journalists, spokesman for Governor of Kogi State, Idris Wada, Captain Idris Wada. We'll come to all of that. So once again, you're welcome.
Thank you.
We're talking about South and the North. You talk about middle belt. Currently in Nigeria, we don't have middle belt. North Central is what we have.
Okay.
And they are included in the North. If the perception is because Nigeria is standing on a tripod, you have Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, they are the owners of Nigeria. That is a very wrong perception. These are major tribes in Nigeria. Simple.
Yeah.
Nigeria is owned by every single citizen of this country.
If you go to civilized nations, they possibly have, stratified their political parties such that those who play at the national level are there. And at the local level, you have other minor political parties playing there. And it gives sense of belonging to every citizen to be able to contest.
And in fact, once you have joined APC, all your sins are forgiven.
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
This is Third Eye Africa TV, exposing crime, savaging the nation.
Welcome back after this break. And when you said you are Kakaki Basange, the spokesman, so to speak, and crown also bestowed on you by the late Brigadier General Abu Ali.
Etsu Abu Ali.
Yes.
To put it appropriately.
Exactly. Etsu Abu Ali.
Exactly.
I remember also meeting his son during the fight against insurgency.
Yeah.
We were in the trenches that night, sea, rain. One single night, look, the soldiers carried him on his shoulders, pressing his explosions,
heroism
in the fight against Boko Haram. At the point, General Tukur Buratai promoted him instantly that night because of the way the soldiers took him.
Yeah.
So may his soul, in fact, their souls rest in peace.
Amen. Amen.
And now, we're therefore moving into security, so to speak. Some people are saying that the Lakrawas, Boko Haram, ISWAP, they are just moving towards the south. And Kogi State and Niger State are receiving the heat now. So from your observing what is happening there, is it worrying, or the security agencies are on top of the situation? I will not also forget that you're also an advisor to Governor Ododo.
On information and communication.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the entire security situation in Nigeria is quite unfortunate. Unfortunate because, though I'm not a security expert, but unfortunate because I believe that it could have been nipped in the bud much, much earlier. And with the greatest respects, the last 8 years of President Buhari was wasted in terms of quelling insecurity. Completely wasted. His strategies didn't produce any result, if he had any at all. And so what is happening now is because this problem ought to have been attended to some time back and it's not done. But I must commend the security managers right now. I must commend them because I think that things are shifting. Now, some of this shift is what may have led to the increase in insecurity in the two states you have referenced. Even though in the case of Niger, even under President Buhari, Niger was a very, very dangerous zone. But I think it got worse. Kogi, yes. You see, Kogi is peculiar. Now, Kogi State is gateway to all the states of Southeast, Southwest, and South-South. So if not for the dexterity and commitment of Governor Ododo, I'm sure it will even be worse. So let me seize this opportunity to commend Governor Ododo for being able to put his feet on the ground in terms of managing the diverse security challenges that Kogi has by being gateway to all the southern states of Nigeria. So even if you didn't have insurgency, kidnapping, and banditry, Kogi will still give a security problem with this kind of geography. But His Excellency Governor Ododo is not resting on his oars. He's making sure that everything that needs to be done in terms of, at his own level as an executive governor, but not a military man, not a security expert, but in terms of giving the necessary and needed support to security agencies. His Excellency Governor Ododo has done that so well, and that is why it is even at the level that you are seeing.
And I see that sometimes he goes into the field, the bushes.
He goes there physically, directly. He doesn't sit in the office. You see him going from one trouble spot to the other. Sometimes he does this even at not even very normal times. Once the information is passed, Governor Ododo is on his feet and is going there and rallies everybody that needs to have something to do there. Police, armed forces, the DSS, and all of those security agencies.
And he's a security advisor or Modara, I think?
Yes.
A naval officer.
A retired naval officer. They are all doing well. Fun. I wonder if these two people sleep at all on the issue of security. There's no protocol when it gets to issue of attending to security by the governor. Once that is it, he moves. And of course, he's doing well on other fronts.
Yeah, because we are talking security, which is key,
Yes, so
and
we're just limiting
see that
this.
Around Kaba areas,
yes,
there are some attacks on
and so far,
churches.
The areas being attacked are the same area that borders directly southwest states, maybe Ekiti, Ondo. You understand my point? But on a general note, the governor must be commended for the ability to rally round all the security, because he doesn't carry arms, but he needs to provide leadership. As you have just said, he goes to those spots himself. That is leadership. So once he does that, the other agencies know that whatever is needed, whatever is required to provide security, the governor does not joke with it. And
so
that is what is going on.
We are getting very close to the end of this interview. But okay, looking at a governor like Ododo, you go to Plateau, Mutfang, you go to Benue, Governor Reverend Father Alia, and other minority governors. To what extent are they seeing the wishes of this group, the northern minorities, tribes, in terms of also seeing their dreams, sharing their dreams, and not just when they retire, they want to go to the Senate?
No, they are. There are some things I can't even say on air with respect to these personalities you are talking about. But yes, there is a working understanding of what we are doing with these governors. There's a serious working understanding. I think I'll leave it at that for now, because some of the conversations we're having are not conclusive. So it will make sense for me to come here and begin to talk about what we have not sat down to agree upon.
Yes, but you can as well talk on the youths of the Middle Belt. Sometimes just creating their, social media heroes, just creating some platforms. Instead of uniting themselves, they are busy attacking crossfire here and there. To what extent do you ensure that, a political vision is conceived, it is worked on, and it becomes a reality?
Don't forget that the Middle Belt idea is not even new at all. So some of these youths are conscious of the place of Middle Belt in the Nigerian political ecosystem. They are very conscious of it. We're in touch with some of their leadership. When we had our maiden press conference, they were there in their numbers. Some we invited, some we didn't even know about. They came and identified with what we are doing. So what we are doing at Northern Nigeria Minorities Group is to create the big table for all the agitators of the Middle Belt to come to the table and have a conversation. And that is what the town hall meeting will be about. Everybody will come. Let's put ideas together. This is our goal. This is what we want to achieve. We want to have a place on the table, national political table. And this is how we will get about it. By the time we put our ideas together, the result will be wonderful. Let me make this known to you. Northern minorities are not among the educationally disadvantaged people. So the intellect is there. It is just to have a rallying point. This group is a rallying point, and everybody that has something to offer is a member of this group. The national chairman of APC is one of our patrons. Is a member of Northern Nigerian Minorities Group. In fact, I think about a month ago, we were in his office to present his membership card to him, and he values it. So you can see that we have taken it to that level. There are other things we are working on. The next time I come here, I'll be announcing to you some of these plans and programs I am telling you about. I will announce to you that we have done A, B, C, D. The rest of them will be in 2 months, in 1 month, in 6 months.
Including also wooing Tinubu, the president, to support you when he ends his tenure, as you said, he's going to win 2027.
Definitely. See, one thing you must give to the president is that he's a tactician, he's a strategist, but most especially is that, from my own understanding, he's trying to use his presidency to right some wrongs. And he's getting a lot of agitation. I don't want to call it attack because of that. But he's one man who makes up his mind and follows his mind. When he woke up and said, it is his turn. Emilokun. You can see the result of Emilokun. When in his maiden address, he said, fuel subsidy is gone. That was something that many people thought about but didn't have the courage to do. Don't forget that all the presidential candidates of the other political party who contested with him in the last election, all of them had plans against fuel subsidy. So it was an idea whose time has come. But it took him to have that courage to make that announcement. And I'm sure on a long run, will be better for it. You don't plant anything and harvest immediately. Are things difficult? Yes, they are difficult. It would be unfair to even the president to sit down here and say that things are not difficult. Even the president has admitted that many times. But there is a conscious, deliberate, intentional effort being made to ensure that things get better. And that is where we are.
Well, if I allow you, knowing fully well that as a politician, as a former politician too in the Nigerian Union of Journalists, as a spokesman for former Governor Idris Wada of Captain, and currently an advisor to a sitting governor of that's Ododo of Kogi State, in terms of special advisor, communication and information. I think that apart from that, the spokesman of a traditional institution, the Kakaki of Basange, if I allow you, we won't end this program. So we just have to put on hold here. As we always say, we all are proudly Nigerians. So I want to thank you for coming to Third Eye Africa TV.
Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.